Both parties, please raise your right hands.
Plaintiff Sandy Stone is suing her ex-boyfriend, Daryl Kopis, for personal property, unpaid bills, and an unpaid loan. She says Daryl threatened to kill her after physically abusing her, but Daryl accuses Sandy of harassing him and his teenage son. Daryl is countersuing for a safety harness.
All rise. The Honorable Judge Judge Pirro presiding.
Thank you. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Judge.
All right.
Please be seated.
Today we have the case of Sandy Stone, who is suing Daryl Kopis for personal property, unpaid bills, and an unpaid loan. And Daryl is countersuing his ex-girlfriend for the value of a safety harness. Why are we here?
Well, I lived with Daryl for almost 6 months.
Okay.
And it was daily physical, daily verbal abuse. And a few examples of that would be one time he got mad. He picked up a computer printer and he threw it at me, and I still have the pain daily from where it hit me.
Oh, that's bogus.
But you know what, Daryl? I'm going to listen. I want to hear this. Do you have evidence? Did you call the police?
I called the police.
You did?
And when he found out they were on his way, he took off because he's driving an illegal plated truck with no insurance.
Do you have the police report? Did you get an order of
Yes, I did.
protection? Did you file charges? Did you file a petition?
I did not file charges because he told me when the police got there that if I filed charges on him, he would kill me, and I wouldn't be the first girlfriend he did that to.
Let's see what you have, Sandy.
Huh.
I told you I don't want to hear from you yet. Lieutenant Faith stepped outside with Daryl while I spoke to Sandy. I thought he left the residence.
He did. He came back. He parked his truck 2 doors down, and he walked back.
Sandy advised that Daryl and her have recently moved into the residence, which is Daryl's. She moved into your residence?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And advised most of the things are hers. She was concerned. She did advise me. Daryl picked her printer up, threw it at her, hitting her ankle area. She pulled her sock off to show me her right ankle. It appeared to be red. All right. Do you have any photographs? Did you go to the doctor?
No, I didn't.
Okay. What did they do? What did the police do?
They talked to him, and they talked to me, trying to convince me to leave. And
Trying to convince you to leave?
Yes.
Where do they want you to go?
Anywhere but around him, because they said they feared for my life and they wanted me to leave. That would
Well,
be
if
the
they
best.
feared for your life, why didn't they arrest him?
That's
I don't
what I
know.
want to know.
I did not file charges.
You know what? Calm down. The police are there. You could have left.
I know. I finally did.
When did you?
May 25th.
Okay. And the date of this is that this happened was April. So a month later, what happened?
He got mad about something else, who knows what, and he came at me with his fist, and I told him to hit me one more time because that was the last time, and he turned around and he punched 2 holes in the wall.
Do you have evidence of that?
Not the holes in the wall, no,
Okay.
but
How many times did he hit you, Sandy?
several.
Starting when?
He would always come at me with his fist to see if I would flinch. And when I didn't see him coming one day, I didn't move, and he hit me, and I thought he broke my jaw.
Did you go to the hospital?
No.
All right, Daryl.
Now let's tell the truth about that. You know, she's a
I'll
lunatic.
decide what the truth is. You
Yeah.
just tell me your
She's a
version.
lunatic. She lives in Sandyland. You know, she's way out in left field. You know, she's the one that drives by my house on a daily basis, harasses my son. She's called the state police. She's called the county police. They've had them kick my door in
Now, why would she do that?
because she's a lunatic.
Why are you living with her if she's a lunatic?
She lived at my house for 2 months. I found out what it was all about. I said, "You've got to go. That's not my type of style."
Did she ever have you arrested?
No, she did not.
Have you ever been arrested?
Yes, ma'am.
For what?
Battery with bodily injury. Caught a guy breaking into my garage and I broke his jaw.
So how come you were convicted if he was breaking into your garage?
Have no clue.
All right, let's talk about the unpaid loan.
We borrowed money from my mom to pay some bills, and they didn't get paid, and
She gave it to her son. He went to Illinois. She bought cocaine with it, is what happened.
How do you know he did it?
Because she come back with an ounce of cocaine.
How do you know?
Because she throwed it on the table.
Okay, and she took it? She took cocaine in front of you?
Oh,
she
yeah.
snorted it?
Oh, yeah. No, she smoked it.
She smokes it? Mm-hmm. All right, and what'd you do? Nothing.
Nope.
Sandy, what's your version? Is any of that true?
Last I knew that his friend stole the money.
Okay. So his version of this trip is true or not true?
He doesn't know the truth, as you can see.
Okay. Well, tell me now about the unpaid bills.
Like when I lived at my apartment with him since December, I had the bills transferred so he wouldn't have to pay a deposit. I didn't know he didn't have enough credit to get any of those bills turned on or any of those things turned on. So the phone with mine, his phone, and his son's phone was in my name. He didn't pay.
What are the bills for the telephones?
It's over $400.
Do you have evidence of that?
Yes, I do.
Okay. All right. And who are you while she's looking for that?
I am Connie Wagner.
Okay.
I am her friend.
Step up. Step up.
All the bills. This is the total.
And what are you here to say?
I've seen his anger. I was helping her move out. It was actually quite absurd.
Describe for me what you saw.
Screaming,
About what?
not taking this, not taking that. When my fiance pulled up, it was, no one's coming on this property or I'm calling the cops. She's going to do it herself. She couldn't move this stuff by herself.
When she's moving out, what do you care who comes to move her out?
She moved herself in. She can move herself out.
Okay.
Your Honor, I did not move myself in. I couldn't move a couch, a chair, an entertainment center, a computer desk. All that was moved in by him.
Okay. What sets him off, Sandy?
Just nothing. Getting up in the morning sets him off.
Plaintiff Sandy Stone is suing her ex-boyfriend, who she claims has threatened her life for personal property, unpaid bills, and an unpaid loan.
All right, what do you want to tell me? There is, are you working and paying the bills? Because I have some bills here, Daryl.
Yeah, actually, I am working a bit with paying the bills. I got a few statements here from people that know that I deposited money into her checking account.
Okay, let's see it.
Here's a signed statement from her and her associate. They're also saying that she was leaving the cell phones and all that stuff on. Here is a text message that my son sent her, and she answered back telling her to come get her stuff. And then 15 minutes later, she says she can't come get it.
I have a protective order against him. I cannot go on that property. I don't want him on my property.
When did you get the protective order?
But yet you drive by every day.
When did you get the protective order?
Within a week of leaving, and I shut the phones off.
Which phones were you shutting off?
His and his son's, because they were in my name.
Okay. You had the right to do that.
Yes.
You understand she has the right
Yeah,
to
I
do that.
understand, but she said she was going to leave them on and I was going to pay the bills.
Well, but she doesn't have to. They're in her name. You want your shop harness back. Is that what you call it?
That's all I want.
Okay. Do you
And
have
her
it?
out of my
Yes,
life.
I do.
Where is it?
Here it is.
Ooh.
Thanks, Judge.
Thank you.
That's something you use to work with. It's going to be dirty.
Yeah, no, Ow. Okay. All right. And who are you?
I'm Cody Copus. I'm his son.
Cody Copus. Okay.
I've heard many verbal threats from her to him,
Like what?
like she's going to kill him and all this.
You heard Sandy threaten your father.
Yes.
Okay. Did you ever hear them fight?
No.
No? These two never fought? They
Well, I've
can't be
heard-
in the same room without fighting. I could
I've
feel
heard
it.
arguments, but no physical altercations.
No physical altercations. Just threats by her. How tall are you?
5'3".
How tall are you?
6'6".
6'6"?
Yes, ma'am.
5'3". Okay. And she's threatening to kill him?
Yes.
Sit down. You think you're a good example for him?
Maybe not the best.
Why are you so angry?
Don't have a clue.
You know you need some help.
I've got help, but you know what?
It ain't working.
It's not.
Does your father threaten you, Cody?
No.
How do you get along with him?
I get along with him great.
All right. Now, the personal property, clothes and accessories, furniture, household items, coins, and electronics. You've given the court a list of the value of this property that you say the defendant still has because you are not allowed to have people assist you in removing that property. Is that correct?
Yes, and by our last court date, he told the judge then that he threw all my belongings in the dumpster.
Do you still have any of her belongings?
Yes, ma'am, I do.
Good.
They're sitting in my living room packed up, and that's what the text message is all about. I prayed that she come get it every day, and that was a month ago that I sent her that text message, or Cody actually sent it and said,
Let me ask you a
will
question.
you please
Your
come
Honor.
get your stuff?
Can I tell you something? There is not a chance that I would go to your house to pick up my property, and you're text messaging her to come to get them, is nothing more, as far as I'm concerned, than a trap for her to come to your place and have a problem.
But she's welcome to come get it. I pray she
Well,
comes.
I'm not letting her go to your house.
Your Honor.
If she could bring some of your property, why couldn't you, like, bring the coins or something?
She didn't bring
Good
none
faith.
of my property.
She just brought your harness.
Well, I didn't know she was going to bring it.
I'm not sure what to do, honestly, about this property. I don't know how to get that property. What I'd like to do is I'd like to have that property, if you have it, whether it's the coins, the electronics, the furniture, the clothing, and accessories, I'd like it delivered to a mutual location.
I suggest that it be delivered to the local sheriff's office, and I will pick it up there.
You know, it's exactly what I was thinking, but I'm not sure that they would accept it.
They will.
They will? You've
Yes.
spoken to them?
I know them. Yes, they will.
All right. Here's my order. The personal property, the clothing, the accessories, the furniture, the household items, the coins, and the electronics worth $2,700.60. Instead of awarding her the $2,700, I'm going to let you return that stuff to the county sheriff's office. I want that stuff returned by next Monday. Can you do that?
I should be able to.
No. If you can't do it and promise me, I'm going to award her $2,700.
I work 7 days a week.
Good. So you know what you're telling me? You're telling me you're not even going to make a good faith effort
I'll make
to
a
do
good
it.
faith attempt to get it there.
Okay, and when are you going to do this?
Probably Saturday.
All right. Here's the deal. If you don't do it on Saturday, you pay her $2,700.
Defendant Daryl Copus denies owing the plaintiff for any of the bills she's suing him for, but claims she has harassed him and his teenage son.
Okay, that's how my order is going to be written. If it's not returned by Saturday, you're going to contact me and you're going to get $2,700. The unpaid bills, the credit card, the gas bill, the internet bill, $1,200. As far as I'm concerned, you were living together at the time. I'm not going to award you any of that money. The $1,000 that your mother loaned to you to give to him is your mother's to sue for, not yours. Now, let me talk to you about you, Sandy. You're in a situation where you've got a very volatile man who was a part of your life once. He pushed you around, he threw things at you, he put his fist through the wall, and as far as I'm concerned, he could very easily have killed you. He is a violent man with a violent temper. Women who find themselves in these relationships end up excusing them, forgiving them, and hoping that things will change. This man is a walking time bomb. You are not to go near him. You are not to talk to him. You're not to have any discussions with him at all. If you see him coming or his son, you go in the other direction. You are in jeopardy with this man. I've been around long enough to know it. I can see it. He's a danger zone. Even he can't control himself. All right? I'm not saying he's not responsible for what he does. He is very responsible. He is a hateful, angry man who, if he puts his hands on a woman who is a foot 3 inches shorter than he is, shows what a real coward he is.
I never put my
Stay
hands on
away
her.
from him. And you know what? Keep your mouth shut when I'm
He's
ruling.
lying.
At the end of the day, you are a walking time bomb, and as sure as I'm sitting here, you're going to end up in jail before the next year is over. I want you to return her items by Saturday. If not, there is a verdict in the amount of $2,700 for the goods that, as far as I'm concerned, you kept from her. That's my verdict. Good luck to you.